Today is a special day. Today is round number day. It is time for my 40th platinum. And in my 2023 year-end review, I said this. I love LEGO games. I probably have said it before, and I'll probably say it plenty of times later on, but they really are my guilty pleasure. I am a sucker for collectathons, puzzle games, platformers, and action games. And wouldn't you know, LEGO games usually are a combination of all those things. But even though I have 3 LEGO Platinums in LEGO Batman 3, Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars, and DC Supervillains, none of those are marquee Platinums. Today I want to change that. And that marks the question, what LEGO game do I do? I can't do my childhood favorites in the original LEGO Batman or LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, as those do not have trophies. I could do a newer one like LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga or Marvel's Avengers, but no, I wanted to do a childhood game. I wanted to get taken back to those good old days. So that's why I wanted to get the first available traditional LEGO game Platinum. And that so happens to be LEGO Indiana Jones 2 The Adventure Continues. A game I vaguely remember playing back on the Wii when I was younger. Though I don't remember much from it. I remember much more of the original one. As we will soon see, it's a good reason why. But anyways, let me take you on a journey and let's get the 40th Platinum. The first thing I noticed as I was dropped into the menu of the game is that this game does not have a traditional overworld hub that other LEGO games tend to have. Instead, this game separates the movies into separate chapters that can be accessed. Another thing to note is that the at the time last movie, The Crystal Skull, was split into 3 chapters. What a great movie to see in such LEGO detail. This meant that every game has no overlap. You can't bring Marion from the Raiders of the Lost Ark into Temple of Doom, for instance. Which is a really weird decision, if you ask me. The roster is also really small and kinda weak. Sure, you have your Indiana Joneses and Marions, but outnumbering the named characters are people such as Bazooka Soldier, Patient, and my favorite of them all, Indian Farmer. As I dropped into the first mission, I also quickly noticed some other crucial differences between this and other LEGO games. We don't have minikits, and we don't have golden bricks. The very building blocks of a LEGO game is missing from this one. We still have True Adventurer to unlock, but for what? As I said, we don't have golden bricks, and we have no incentive to get it other than a requirement for 100% completion. There is no reason to free play a level again after beating it. There are no blocked off areas. And True Adventure is accessible the first time around. So far, this does not feel like a LEGO game at all. Luckily, it still has that LEGO charm in the cutscenes. Might be a hot take, but I prefer all the LEGO games that didn't have voice acting. The charm these characters have without uttering a single word is unmatched when comparing to the newer games. The newer ones still have their charm, but it is less so. But I digress. Each chapter is split into 5 levels. All the movies follow the same formula. 1 character boss level, 1 fighting level, 1 car combat level, 1 normal LEGO adventure stage, and a final boss. Same formula, 6 chapters based on the 4 movies and 6 trophies. On these movie hubs are a few collectibles and bonus levels. Every chapter has 3 red bricks. Well, it's more like 1 red, 1 green, and 1 blue brick. Red bricks are multipliers, as we know and love. Green bricks are cosmetics and sound effect changes, and blue bricks are for speeding up things and invincibility. I do actually find it really funny that in order to unlock the bad guy characters in these movies, you have to beat them senseless. It's a really nice touch. On the way to 100% completion in these maps, we have 10 bonus levels. 5 of them are treasure stages that are playing a small version of the story missions that take place after the story from that area is done. Beating these treasure levels also rewards us a trophy. The 5 other levels are bonus stages that are in random locations, usually locked behind a small challenge. They take place in these really disgusting looking areas. The blend between Lego bricks and as real looking textures as you could get in this era is not a great match. These are super short, usually taking about 2 minutes to finish, and when all bonus and treasure levels are completed, you will have collected 10 artifacts, which can be destroyed to finish a building project like a pirate ship or a volcano. These structures takes you to a super bonus stage, where we have to collect 1 million studs. 2 positives here. 1, we get to keep the million, which comes in handy early on in the game, and 2, they offer a trophy for completing them. Like I said, you get to keep the million when completing the super bonus stage, which makes unlocking the red brick multipliers surprisingly easy. In one of the first bonus stages, you play as Mac and Indy, and I took the opportunity to destroy Indy 3 times using Mac. And if getting through adventure was easy before, it is absolutely guaranteed now, since these red bricks are some of the easiest I have seen. Playing through these super bonus stages takes an average 7 minutes, and since they award 1 million studs, then grinding these to get the multipliers are a real nice way of doing things. Going through all the movies, I ended up gaining other trophies as well as the finished chapter ones I described earlier. For instance, I fired off the bazooka 100 times, since that is an excellent destroy everything in close proximity attack. And in The Last Crusader, I chose wisely and bought the Grail Knight. And once I got access to Spalko in Crystal Skull Part 3, I destroyed Indy using her. I got a bit tired of the chapter grind at one point. Like I said, it's very formulaic in the way it presents its levels. So instead, I decided to check out the other main part of this game, the creation suite. And no, I don't mean just creating a character like my man Subscribe over here. He gets to live right below the like button, so please say hello and click on him when you see him. No, this game has a big focus on creating both levels and adventures of your own. And to start it off, we have a tutorial that teaches us how to add and duplicate items, create roads, and alter terrain. It does, however, not teach us how to chain together events to spawn end level objects. So I stumbled around trying to match artifact chests to scholar access walls to no avail. I eventually figured it out, and in the process used the ability 10 times. And it also got me a validated level in the end. Yeah, they don't really require anything other than being beatable to be validated. Before I tested out this level as an adventure, I quickly went in and edited a bonus level just for the fun of it. Like I said, you can create adventures, which consists of levels to be completed in succession. These can be story missions or your own missions. I created an adventure consisting of my very hard level and started it as Mutt and some random Russian soldier. Before completing the mission, I stood there destroying the Russian soldier 50 times and then completed the level, and as such the custom adventure. I really do know how to pick the games with terrible replays. But before I get to that, we have the final main game cleanup left. In the Crystal Skull Part 3, which is the last chapter I completed, I started off by destroying my 100th vehicle in the game during the car combat level. I also unlocked my final vehicle, which allowed me to complete the final plane race. After having completed the game and started to free roam the area, I started by the game crashing on me. Guessing the game is also starting to get tired of being played. Anyways, I came across an alien and bought it. And not soon after, I found an evil tribe king, bested him in combat, and unlocked the final villain character. And with all... Again! The game crashed again! Bruh, I really don't need this now. As I was saying, with all characters and vehicles unlocked, all building blocks for the creation suite unlocked, all races completed, all colored bricks collected, and now all artifacts collected, it is time for the game to crash one final time. There really is no rest for the wicked with this section. It crashed 3 times in the span of a couple of hours. And in the final stretch, again, such a bother. But for real this time, it is time for the final super bonus level, and 100 completion is in the box. But as you can see, no plat. Because usually the replaying of missions in LEGO games are tied to free play and used to collect minikits and true adventurer. Here, the story replay is just mandatory busy work. I sure know how to pick 'em, right? First Final Fantasy VII Remake, and now this. To start off this replay section, I play Hangar 51, the first level in the game, and try to beat it in under 5 minutes. I think this is the first speedrun related trophy I have gotten on this channel. And I am actually a big fan of these. I really like speedrunning in general. That should be obvious with me being a world record holder in all categories for Helheim Hassle. And in trophy hunting, there is no difference. It makes me feel a sense of urgency and lets me deeply get to know a game. A feeling which I really like. It took me a few attempts to learn the best route through the level, but in the end, I got it. Then the replay started for real. I went in with my bazooka guy. No, really, his name is Bazooka Trooper. And started blasting my way through all the story levels. Luckily, I only needed to do the story levels and not all the bonus stages as well. I jammed my way through some of Dan Bull's bangers this time around. And with Bull as the spider blasting in my ears, I finished the game for a second time after a couple of hours of grinding and found myself the holy grail, a platinum trophy. And with that, our 40th platinum is in the box. But what exactly do I feel about this journey? Well, for one, this really is the black sheep of the LEGO games. It feels like TT Games decided to ditch all the things that usually make for a great LEGO game and focus on speedrunning and creation content. All the bonus stages are on a timer, and with how many trophies are connected to the creation suite, it is clear what they were pushing in this one. I mean, the original LEGO Indiana Jones is pretty darn good. I remember having fond memories of that one. This one? Not so much. I realize now why I don't remember this. It is not a good LEGO game. It's not even a good game in general. Honestly, this is a 4 out of 10. A below average game that I can't really recommend anyone checking out. I read up on some guides that it even has the possibility to soft lock you out of the platinum by glitches. And I can see it with how much the game crashed at the end. It has a few good moments in the cutscenes, And the music is as epic as it is in the Indiana Jones franchise as a whole. But gameplay, characters, progression, all that is really below par in this one. Completion wise, it is a bit better. You will get most of it by just playing the game to completion. But the amount of creation trophies and in this game unnecessary replay is just stupid. So the completion rating lands a 6 out of 10. It is a quick grab after finishing the story and could add a bit more fun to this otherwise subpar game. And there we have it. Do you have any fun memories of this game? Leave them in the comments below. In the next one, we will do something a bit different. We'll get platinums, a few of them even. So you should be on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, why don't you check out how I got the platinum for Final Fantasy VII Remake by pressing the video on the left. Or watch a video the algorithm thinks you want to watch by clicking the video on the right. And in the meantime, remember that, love guys, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.